calendar and so on. Yeah.
Awesome. I can see there's so much activity going on there in the general chat. It's absolutely buzzing in the community, and I hope they're enjoying these answers. I think that was really valuable for anybody getting started. Um, the next question is, I've no idea what this means myself. 888 NFTs. So excuse my ignorance, but how did you feel when you were offered such an important project? There are not a few 888 NFTs. Did you think about it for a while, or were you sure you started? Or were you sure you started this project?
How do I feel? How do I feel? Yeah. So I started studying about NFTs beginning of last year. So about a year ago, I was very active in Clubhouse for quite some time. But then at some point, it all became noise to me, and there's so much going on that I just and I was a bit skeptic about it. So I just dropped it there. And then a few months later, friend of mine, just Anthony, my colleague in this project, another lead artist, he mentioned if I wanted to do to work on the comms with him, and then I guess it just makes it more uh, or makes it easier when you're working with friends.
Hmm.
So I took the opportunity and jumped right in.
That's interesting. So when you first heard about it, there was. Can you just elaborate a bit more on why you felt there was too much noise? Like, because obviously there was an interest in the first place, and then as you started going
Yeah,
on Clubhouse, it sort of something
yeah,
was
because
putting you
it's
off.
yeah, absolutely, because there's so much to learn. Literally, there's so much to learn and so many. Um, so the space is quite active, and you just start. You don't know which direction you want to go, basically. So it just takes time to to learn about the space, and you kind of have to dedicate yourself in doing some research at the beginning.
And would you say now that you're pretty much an expert in NFTs?
I'd say there's still a lot to learn, obviously, but I'm definitely better than yesterday.
I like it. And very humble. And this is kind of like a question from me. How do you know what's a good project or not?
How do you know it's a good project or not? Well,
Yeah.
there's
How do you know?
so many factors, and I think the great thing about our project is that our artists are fully doxed, and you can literally research about their experience and look them up and see the work that they've done and what they've accomplished in the visual effects space. That it just literally just validates the project, doesn't it?
Gives so much credibility. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so we'll move to the next question for the community. Is Dimitri Sigmon says, "Hey, can you tell us more about your experience with the James Bond movie?" Yeah, what was that all about?
So James Bond movie um, was one of the first movies I've worked on in parallel with Star Wars 7: Force Awakens. I at the time I had some experience in photogrammetry. Photogrammetry, for who doesn't know, it's a scanning technique using DSLR cameras where we take a bunch of photos of the actor and recreate it in 3D. And at the time in 2013, there was a lack of people that had experience in processing such kind of scans. And luckily, I did have experience in that, so I took my first job on Star Wars 7, and what we were basically doing is scanning all the actors into 3D. So kind of like taking photos of all the actors and props on set and recreating them in 3D. So creating the most realistic possible digital double of each actor.
And and what was it actually like working on something like that? Was it a hell of a buzz?
Was very nice. It's very different from what I'm currently doing at the moment because that was actually on set. So you get to meet all the actors, hang out with them, go walk into the set. You have a lot of craft food, so you have all these little trucks around the studios, the film studios, where you can literally at any time pop in and get whatever you want, and that's quite fun.
Dude, that's awesome. Which was the James Bond? Who was the
That
James
was
Bond?
the 007 Spectre.
Wow, awesome! What an experience. Next question: co-smoking or cosmoking, not co-smoking. Says, what's your process in choosing a certain character or expression of each Kong?
What's the consequences? Okay. Yeah, so we simply just picking the best emotional connection that with us, basically. So we try to create something that will resonate with you emotionally. So we try different things, and when we see this connection, we like jackpot. We're keeping this expression, and yeah, and take it from there.
Yeah, so it's about connection. And
Yeah.
just one sec, we need to go back a step because there's a few people been asking, did you get to actually meet James Bond? And what's he like?
I can say he's got very small hands. Yeah, we did meet him, and we were recreating this well the famous gun that he uses, and we had to scale it quite quite small because his hands are like he's got really fat fingers but very small hands, if that makes sense.
Like a small bunch of bananas. Is that Daniel Craig?
Yeah, Daniel Craig. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
so that was funny.
There's
Yeah, we
there's
did
a
we did
fun
quite a
fact.
few.
Daniel Craig's got small fat fingers. Everybody. And what was he like as a person to chat with?
I didn't chat much with him. I was just the artist on the show. But yeah,
Oh, I'd have been in there driving him crazy with questions. But anyway,
my
let's
English
move
was
back.
quite bad at the time actually, because I just that was my first project, so I just moved into the UK.
Fair enough. I'll let you off. I'll let you off. So moving on to the next question in the line from Burrow. He says, I've seen your website that you also like to do sketches by hand. So not only in
Hmm.
digital format. So if you had to choose one of the two, which would you prefer to create art digitally or physically?
Uh, I'll have to say I'll have to say physically, so traditional art, because that's where I started and that's where the foundation starts.
Yeah. So you're kind of
And
like a
yeah, and if
purist.
you if yeah, so if you have like a quick idea, I'll probably just sketch it in 2D.
Cool. That's interesting. So actually, we've got another question from Burrow. It says, I know that you might not be able to answer this question, but if you had to
Hmm.
choose the best movie you have ever worked with, i.e., Godzilla, The Lion King, Avatar, James Bond, which did you enjoy the most?
I'll have to say Avatar, because that was probably, I guess, the highest point of my career.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, they when I got hired by Weta, I had to relocate to New Zealand, so that's literally the opposite side of the globe. And
amazing.
yeah, and I worked at the studio created by Peter Jackson that created the new Planet of the Apes, the Lord of the Rings shows, and obviously the first Avatar. And just being able to be a part of their team at such a young age was just a huge privilege.
Amazing. And somebody's just asked in the chat, are you working on the new Avatar?
Um, we just wrapped it, so we wrapped Avatar 2 and Avatar 3 last year.
Yeah, so you did it.
Yeah.
And what can you just give me an idea? Excuse my ignorance, but
Hmm. No
what's
worries.
your job? What's your job there? Like, what is it you actually have to do? What were you
So
responsible for?
yeah, exactly. So I was in the facial team, so I was only responsible and mainly just focusing on the characters' faces. And there's a lot that goes into these characters' faces, as it's a fully digital movie. But yeah, my main focus was just creating the expressions for these characters. There's a lot of technical stuff that goes under the hood that I guess no one cares about. But we spent literally 2 years working, or I spent 2 years literally going over those. characters' facial expressions and muscles and um, anything that you can think of. Um,
I guess that really lends itself to, give you the experience to be able to create these amazing Kongs working, on the faces.
yeah, and there's so much more that we can do. We literally just getting started.
Amazing. What's your process? 1 minute. Da-da-da-da. No, I've already asked that. So yeah. Uh, Here we go. One final question. Oh yeah, here we go. Burrow asks, one final question about your life. What were the biggest challenges that you had to face in your life by pursuing a career as an artist? Was it
I'd
always
say,
easy?
bro.
I'll read the rest of these questions because
Yeah,
there's quite
yeah,
quite a few here, and this is a
no
test to
worries.
see if you can remember the questions and answer them all. Was it always easy going, or did you have to face some rough moments? Was your family supporting you from the beginning? Thank you very much, and have a good day. And a big hi from Italia.
Okay, cool. So I'll start from the bottom. Yeah, my family was very supportive in my career choices. Um, I I moved to the UK when with an offer to study art here, and then I decided not to take the offer and just pursue my um, career in the say graphic world. Um, and yeah, I guess probably the biggest challenge was just that, relocating at such a young age from to a foreign country. Everything went well, luckily, but yeah, I guess that leap of courage at the beginning is just probably the most difficult to
Yeah, I
take.
can imagine. A mixture of exciting and scary at the same time.
Yeah, it was scary at first, but it all just becomes super exciting when you um, start experiencing new cultures and meeting new people and opening up new opportunities.
And we have got another question from Sham, which is, what programs did you use to make the gorilla?
So we're using a set of programs. So we're using various programs, mainly I'd say Maya, ZBrush, and Substance, and Photoshop, um, and yeah, those I think those are the mainly softwares that we use,
Cool. We're getting a lot of love in the general chat here.
and
Got a
probably yeah.
I was going to say it's hard to keep up and like grab one of the comments, but I can see a lot of people are just madly in love with you. So you've got you've got a huge
Also,
fan club here. Let's go, Rico. Um, let's have a look here. Number. Oh, I think we've already answered this one. 77 Swifty says, I love Avatar. How was it working on that movie? Are you involved in the sequel? We've covered that already.
yeah,
Um, Moleskino, how did you learn the art of drawing? Did you take classes or courses? We've answered that. Did you go to university? You've answered that. What do you this? We'll let you answer this. What do you think about having a degree these days?
that's a good question, right? That's a very good
Yeah,
question. I'd say it depends what you. It depends what really you want to study, right? If you want to be a lawyer, obviously you need to go probably, or a doctor, you probably need to go to uni. If you want to be a graphic designer, I would say just get lectured by a professional. So get small, short courses, um, and then narrow your speciality yourself, because a bunch of stuff that you learn at uni that you probably just spending time learning it, and then you'll never use it in real life. So I'd say just it really just depends what you want to study. Um, yeah, if you want to be interior designer, I don't think you need to go to uni to be an interior designer. In my opinion, you just have to have good taste
yeah,
and pick up some fundamentals that most of them are open source.
cool. Um, I've just had a message in from D King himself, and let's just pick the energy up a bit here and do something a little bit exciting, um, a little bit crazy, in fact. I've just been given permission to go into the chat and pick somebody at random and give them a whitelist. So let's see who gives the most
Oh,
love
nice.
in the group here. Let's see who gives the most love. Come on, guys. Me. Wow. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to wait for one to jump out on me here. Several people. It says several people are typing at the same time. Only like 400. Okay, Rico, you pick.
Oh, should I pick one?
Yeah,
Okay,
you.
let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let me see. Let me see. Well, I think they broke the chat. Let me
Chat.
just scroll up and I'll pick one.
You guys actually did break the chat. And the winner is drum roll.
Da-da-da-da.
Nice drum roll, dude. And the winner is
I'm gonna pick Bishop. Bishop Alpha Kong.
Bishop Alphacon. Congratulations, bro. You have won a whitelist. Thanks for that. All that love you gave there in the group. And cheers, Deaking, for that. That's awesome. So going back to the questions, Mira says, such an amazing project. Love the art and the detail. The art's amazing. I love the roadmap and the concept behind it, saving the gorillas. Just a question though. Will you
Mhm.
see any female Kongs?
I
Will we
guess
see
you guys.
any female Kongs?
I think you guys need to stick around to find out that one.
Dangling a little carrot there. And tell us in the audience, do you want to see some female Kongs? The King's dropped the question there. Do you want to see some female Kongs? Yeah, it looks like we do. So you guys are going to have to watch this space. It sounds like it might be possible. Moving on, Logariva. Hey, Rico. First fascinating works that you create. I would like to ask you, though, so you're a
Thank you.
creative and very talented soul. Do you have any moments that you feel like not creating it? This is a great question. Do you feel that do you have any moments you feel like not creating anything? If so, how do you cope with it? And what makes you cheer up in those times?
That's a good question. I do tend to have moments when I feel uh, n- not creative, where you might feel a bit burned out, or yeah, I think it's normal. And when this happens, I just tend to change my the sort of the scope of work that I'm doing. So I just tend to change the focus from digital, and probably do something that's more traditional, if that makes sense, or drawing, or doing something completely um, different. I do tend to create a lot of stuff often, because that's what I like to do. But
Mhm.
if I'm exhausted, or have no more creative ideas, I just tend to just go crazy and draw something without, just to be more expressive in my drawing, if that makes sense. And
All right.
and sometimes
So you don't.
you end up with happy accidents, and liking it, and yeah, creating something fun.
So you don't go out and get drunk then.
I do go out and listen to music, and party with my friends for sure. But yeah, I'll just, if I'm not creative in 3D, I'll just probably just jump off into something traditionally.
Right.
And
True
that's
pro.
how I balance the balance my creativity. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Good answer there. And a good question. Thanks for that, Logariva. And the next question comes from Moderate Gain 69. And the question is, apart from Alpha Kongs, which of the many projects you've worked on has been your personal favorite? I think we might have already
I
heard
think
this, but
we've answered that. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
just the Avatar one. Yeah.
Avatar again. And a funny question here from Y4 Core is, what are your bad habits and what are your healthy habits? Brace yourself,
Bad
guys.
habits.
You might find out something really bad here about Rico.
I tend to smoke a lot in the past, which I currently have stopped smoking almost entirely, and
Oh,
as a good habit,
people are loving your
yeah,
bad habit in the chat there.
yeah, stop smoking, guys. It's bad
Did you
for your
find it
teeth,
help?
bad for
Did you
your.
find it help with creativity or not?
It was just more of a. I guess it was working from home helped it because I usually just smoke, just go outside to have some breaks. And you know it's something that you do socially with your colleagues at work, and yeah, working from home was just literally no excuse to go outside smoke by myself. But
I
yeah, and
Just before you
yeah,
tell me what your good habit was, I'm going to pose this question to everybody in the general chat. Tell us
yeah, go ahead.
your bad habit, and let's see what it is. We've got hmm, staying up all night, drinking. Red Bull. Yeah, Red Bull is bad, man. You don't want to do that stuff. Too much work. Yes, don't work too hard, guys. The gym. Wish I could get in the gym. Do you go to the gym, Rico?
I wish I could go to the gym. I have a gym downstairs, but I don't. I haven't used it in
He's
quite a
got
long time.
he's got a gym downstairs and he doesn't even go in it. He's too busy working on the Kongs. So yeah, so well that leads me on nicely. What's your good habits?
Um, Something that I've actually recently started doing is to reduce a lot of the red meat. I haven't managed to reduce it entirely, but I haven't uh, yeah had red meat in quite a long time.
Yeah. Well, must be tough at a barbecue. But yeah, that's a nice healthy habit.
Mm.
Good luck with that. Let's have a look here. What's our next question? Okay, this is from Alameka. Can you all feel how much everybody here in the community is in love with all of the team?
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, there's definitely a huge buzz. We haven't been very active on the Discord because we literally just focusing on working on the Kongs and trying to create the best characters that we can that we can. And but yeah, the love it's amazing, and we see it definitely.
Yeah, well, having only been in here for 24 hours myself, I can definitely see it. The love is real,
Yeah,
guys.
it's overwhelming, definitely.
Yeah, awesome project, awesome community. Next question is from Catalino93, and it is, Hi Rico. Were you good at maths during high school?
I was terrible at math.
Oh, really?
Terrible at math. And yeah, funny thing is that I actually started studying science and technologies, which is heavy on math, and then I decided to change to art high school.
So, yeah, you see, in another life, you could have been an accountant. Imagine that.
Yeah.
I can't see it somehow. Next question is from Bokito. I like this one. How would you feel about an avatar inspired Kong with one blue eye and one green eye?
We actually I don't know if we green eye blue eye. I don't know if we posted it already, but there's a green eye blue icon coming. If not now, very soon. Let me see
Cool.
if you got a sneak peek yet.
Oh, I'd like that one. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. So just to answer that question, it's coming. It's coming real soon.
Cool. People loving that in the chat. Wow, blue and a green eyed Kong. Love it. Best project. Wow. Cool. All right, let's move on. We're nearing the end, and we just guys don't leave now because we are giving away one more whitelist at the end of this AMA. So stay with us. Um, question from Abu Aidan. Hi Rico, just a simple question. How do you get an idea in order to create amazing artwork? Because for certain artists, they have some unique triggers for them to make the art happen. How about you? So yeah, Rico, what gets your creative juices flowing?
Uh, I would say just real life references. That's what we mostly use. Just not. just to don't get lost in in creating crazy ideas. We really often just use real life references in our creations, if that makes sense.
Nice.
So we do a broad selection of real life uh, images, and then out of those images we try to recreate something, sort of a blend or an in between those. And that's why the if you look at the comics, it looks so charismatic and realistic, as we actually getting inspired by real people or real artists or yeah, real elements that we look at.
Uh, Brilliant. Well, I can definitely see they are so lifelike. It's incredible. I don't know how you do it, but I love them. We've got one more question here before we move on to our final fun question and the last giveaway of the night. So the the last question is from Sandy, and Sandy wants to know, "Hey Rico, baby, are you single? I'm definitely your number one fan."
Hi Sandy, no, I'm not single, sorry.
Boo. Sorry, Sandy, but thanks for the love. We do appreciate it. Well, I'm married as well, by the way, guys. So not that anyone's interested or asking. Anyway, fun question number three. This is the
Should we
moment,
do the
guys.
last one? Yep.
Yeah, this is the last one, last opportunity to get a free whitelist. The question, guys, is what city do you guys think Rico was born in? I don't know about you, but when you look at the chat, does it look like it's frozen?
Let me see. Let me have a look.
Or is it just mine?
They did broke the chat a second early.
Does the chat look broken to you too? No, the
Yeah,
chat is
the
officially.
general one
I've
is
had
broken. Maybe
I've had news in from Deakin. The chat is officially snapped. Should we?
should we
Let me
answer in
just.
any other channel or
I was going to say, can we use the AM artist AMA questions if you want to put your answer in there, or is it that ask it in slow general? Oh wait, all the chats are down. All the chats are down. What a moment! Let's just see what we can do about this and how we can give away this
AMA is
last
also the
whitelist. I'm just waiting for some advice from the hierarchy. The hierarchy said I think that means they're thinking. Scratching head emoji. Dot dot dot. So guys,
maybe
I'm
this
going to go back over to
yeah.
the artist AMA questions. I'm going to have a look and see if there's any questions that we didn't ask, because I know some questions have been popping up. Are you? Well, I think we've answered that one. What kind of exclusivity, special event? Maybe, let me see if there's any questions that are personal to you. I guess we've sort of asked this question before, but let's see. Let's see if you give a different sort of answer this time. Do you ever experience artist block, which I guess is a bit like writer's block?
Yeah, I think it's quite normal to have artist block. I feel it myself sometimes, and just yeah, like I said, I just try to do different things than what I'm doing. Uh, I can still be creative in doing something that's not related to 3D. Just jumping on something that's more traditional, or just have spend time with your friends really, and hang out and share ideas and um, and yeah, be social. It's definitely important to be social.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's another question from Alpha Kong Tony Montana. Do you like classic arts? And if so, which artist and style do you prefer?
Ooh, do I like classic art? Yes, I do like classic art. I think it's a good practice to study the masters always. Um, which art is my favorite? I have quite a lot of favorite artists. I'll go for um, Jamie probably Jamie Wenlet, which is the guy behind the creation of all the gorillas artwork. If you guys are familiar with the music band.
Oh, that's actually really interesting. Many years ago, I used to do printed promotional T-shirts, and I did the T-shirts for the Gorillaz band. So
Oh
I had
yeah,
to, yeah. So there were those. I think there were
yeah.
four different characters.
It's funny
That
because
we did.
the the guy who creates all these characters for gorillas is actually which is an illustrator, right? He's actually a partner with the main lead singer for gorillas.
Oh, right. Which is not Damon Albarn, is it?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Well, listen, I'm told that the Discord, the servers in every Discord are down. It's not just us.
maybe.
Uh, oh, actually, I think we might be
Um,
back. Let me just pop over to the general. Will you guys comment now so that I can see if that? Oh, it looks like they're coming through again now. Awesome. I'm so glad that
we're
we can
back.
finish.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
can. I think we can finish with the final question. So, what city do you guys think Rico was born in? This is your last opportunity to win a whitelist. One sec. Rico is asking.
I think we're doing a new question. Hold on.
Oh, we've got a new question. We have got a new question. Sorry, guys. And no, it's not Birmingham. Rico, can you do a new question?
Sure. Okay,
I'm
what
putting
am
you
I
on.
drinking right
Putting
now?
you on the spot there. I like it. What is Rico drinking right now? Coffee, Red Bull, water, lemonade, Coke Zero, banana shake, Monster. Oh, the chat's going crazy. Could end up breaking it again. Tea, Budweiser. Have you seen the answer there, Rico?
Let me have a look.
Rico,
Let me
you're
have a look. It's insane. So many replies.
guys. Can you be a bit
Water,
more
water.
accurate? Can you be
Yeah,
say
more specific. Yeah.
like for instance, if it's
Whiskey.
not just Coke, but Coke Zero, for example, we want accuracy with your answers here. Not just tea. What type of tea? What kind of tea? Not just beer. What kind of beer? Wow. If we don't break the chat again, I'll be very surprised. There's some good guesses.
Okay, I can give it a tip maybe to the floor.
If
It's alcoholic.
it's alcoholic.
No, not heavy
It's
though.
it's not heavy alcohol. No, apple juice is not alcoholic, guys. There's some interesting guesses. What's Brezza? Guess what? Sandy won. What was the answer there? What are you actually drinking?
White wine.
Oh, very classy. White wine. Nice. Well done, Sandy. Congratulations. You have got yourself a whitelist. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up there. I just want to say, what a crowd we've had here tonight. What a community. You know, it was unbelievable. Amazing, amazing vibes there. And Rico, thank you so much for your time today. I've really enjoyed chatting with you. Hope you have too. Huge respect for you, what you're doing. I love it. And best of luck with the project. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for showing up. We really do appreciate you.
Perfect. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks everyone.
Cheers.
Bye bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Ciao. Hey.